In this video I'll be giving a quick demonstration of a few further plugins to working in ScorBox, and that is LJ. I'll be showing two ways of calling Tom Broadhead's LJ program to function as a plugin command on an open Score file. I'm also going to show quickly how you can invoke Score's internal LJ command in a different way. That's not too exciting, but it could be modified further. Anyway, we now have real alternatives to invoking LJ on an open file in ways that we haven't really had before, available before as possibilities. In my master menu I have an LJ item called LJ processes. The first item on the list is LJ invoked with the autoselect switch, and that would LJ an entire all the systems in a file. I took this particular file here and I messed up the node spacing, as you can see, and I want to respace the entire file using Tom Broadhead's LJ program by invoking it as a command. So again, I go into my LJ menu, I select LJ with the autoselect switch, and it prompts me, it says, do you wish to run LJ/autoselect on the current file, and I say OK. The file has now been respaced, as you can see, and I get a warning window that says, do you wish to accept the modification of LJ/autoselect on this particular file. I'll set this aside for now because I want to have a quick look, and I can scroll up and down to see if the results are what I want. If it's not what I wanted, or if I accidentally chose the wrong command, I click on undo, and the file is restored to what it was before the operation. Maybe what I wanted to do, instead of respacing the entire file, was just to space, say, maybe the bottom system, staves 1 and 2, and then staves 5 and 6. I could do that with the SP switch, which I've also made a provision. So I go to my master menu, LJ processes, and the second item on my menu is LJ with the SP switch. Now the SP switch is interactive, which means that the LJ program asks for user input during operation. Now I thought about ways of doing that by having Macro Express come up with dialog boxes to prompt for those questions. But then, as I thought about it, I thought that was really completely unnecessary, because whether I do that in dialog boxes to answer those questions, or whether just I simply answer that on the command prompt, is really exactly the same. So this the way LJ is invoked in this manner is slightly different. It is invoked by actually opening up a command prompt, and then with the SP switch applied, and then the questions that you have to answer, you'll just simply answer at the command prompt in the standard way. The difference is that you don't have to pipe in the current file name into the LJ program, and you don't have to again manually indicate that you're running the SP switch. All that is taken care of automatically. You go directly to the prompt at which you indicate which staff systems, or which staves you wish to perform node spacing on. Anyway, it's easier to see than to explain. I'm going to invoke this now, and again I get a prompt that says, do you wish to run LJ/SP on the current file? I'm going to say OK. See, and here comes the command prompt, and as you can see, the current file, don't ask me why I called it that, I just typed something in at random. Here it's called boo boo, which is the same as up here. So the correct file is already selected, and all I need to do now is actually indicate the staves that I wish to LJ. So in this particular case, let's say I want to LJ staves 1 and 2, so I type like this, and now it asks me, do you want to process additional systems? And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to, the third staff systems is beginning with staff 5, and it's 2 staves. and that's all. And you can see there's the changes performed on staffs on the staves 1 and 2 and 5 and 6. The remaining staves have remained the same. I still have the option here as well to undo, and that's what I'm doing. And again, no changes have been affected. Okay, so how quickly this works without me talking talking through the process, I'll show you right now. I have, of course, assigned this to keyboard shortcuts, but actually just the auto select I've assigned to a keyboard shortcut right now, which is Control-Shift-J. So instead of going into the menu, all I need to do is type Control-Shift-J like this, and then press Enter, and the entire file, as you can see, has been respaced. Alright, maybe I'm going to say undo. And the third way that I've made a provision for right now is to use SCOR's internal LJ, which I really never use anyway, but it's possible. Now I make it a little easier. I think I just had Control-J and I get a dialog box that just says enter lowest staff number and how many staves. So, and it defaults to 133 for the entire file. That wouldn't work in this case, of course, because we have multiple staff systems. Anyway, let's just say staffs 1 and 2 like that, and that's SCOR's internal LJ. That works, of course, as well. But I don't want that change right now. It's possible to change the routine for running SCOR's internal LJ to provide it with an auto-select feature as well, so that you can run SCOR's internal LJ and it would automatically LJ all staff systems in the relevant file without you having to type in multiple times which staff systems that it is you wish to space. I haven't developed that module yet, but it is certainly possible to do that. Anyway, the two macros that call Tom's LJ, one for the auto select and one for the SP switch, which allows for the interaction with the user, are now available for download on ScorBox.com, and you can take those two model macros, and then if you want to modify for other switches of the LJ program, it's very easily you can very easily revise the existing macros to suit those purposes. Thank you very much.